Yo, what's up, people? Wagwan, fam. I just done number one total slaughter fucking recap. That was between the first three battles: Big T versus Arsenal, Daylight and T-Rex, and also obviously beloved Low Deluxe and Murder Mook. Now, I'm not gonna make this video long as shit. I'm gonna quickly talk about Joe Budden and Hollow the Don. Now, before this shit, on the build up and the lead up to this shit, when it's building up, I was really excited about this. For some reason, I really thought this was gonna be a groundbreaking sort of like bringing the two so-called worlds of hip hop, mainstream hip hop music and underground battle rap together, and it kind of did in a way, and obviously it did. Not in a way, it did, but at the same time, it didn't live up to expectation in terms of quality, and I'll tell you why. One, the time limit thing. I understand both battle rappers wanted a certain specific time limit. Well, I would go as far as to say that I think that Hollow would have went longer, but Joe Budden, with him having a certain opinion of how much he's bars or his time or his art is worth, only wanted to do a certain amount of time. Him being a mainstream artist, so to speak. Not even so to speak, but we'll leave that there. But so yeah, that was a big disappointment because it's like the Low Deluxe and Hollow the Don battle. The thing that fucked up that battle, that stopped it being probably the best battle in recent memory, was the time limits. That shit fucked up the whole vibe, the feeling for the match, and what happened, what transpired was kind of affected by the lack of time. Cut, time, and all that bullshit when they're getting into it. But that's that. So that's that, and also the fact that we didn't get a very good Hollow the Don, and we didn't get a very good Joe Budden, whatever that would be, because this was his first battle on this stage. I mean, he's probably battled people before coming from the sort of background and area, generation that he comes from. But in terms of this sort of battling shit, he ain't done this shit. Because I'm not even gonna lie, man. Hollow's first round, he had some good shit. He had some good shit rapping around, whatever, around this nigga, all of that shit. Joe Budden had some good shit too, and like he had a few like punches and like, oh, okay, yeah, he had all that sort of shit. But saying that, I'm not even gonna lie. I watched a lot of shit battles, right? I've watched a lot of shit battle rappers, but at the same time, no one has got me bored. I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching some of Joe Budden shit, I got bored, and this is really the difference between a songwriter artist and a battle rapper. And it really clicked into my head when I was watching this shit. Because if you watch Joe Budden's rapping, most of his rapping is clearly like song structure. The way he's rapping it, the way it was just boring. I think for the first round and maybe parts of the second round, he had performance and shit. Like he had some sort of like entertainment or aggression or some sort of performance with his shit. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it just got into the thing where he's basically spitting bars like he's standing in the studio, or like he's just with a few of his boys. And that's not what it needs to be. And he got this sort of ego thing where he sort of thinks, well, like even when you see his interviews with Hollow the Don, whether it's at the Breakfast Club or fucking, Hot 97 or wherever, yeah, it's just like he's like, well, I'll be back here. Like his ego of him being a mainstream artist has really got him saying that, winning this battle would mean nothing for him and all this sort of shit. It's like, really? It's like what Hollow called fake confidence. To me, it's like, yeah, it's that fake ego, because at the end of the day, one, if you really didn't think that there was any benefit of winning, you wouldn't do it. That's number one. Two, you might feel that you are the best rapper, one of the best MCs in the world and all that shit, but at the end of the day, this is pure lyricism. This is pure rap. You know what I'm saying? This is pure rap. This is the essence of where hip hop, the vocal technique, rapping. This is the essence of where it comes from. When there's no music, when there is no nothing, it's just your words and your how your flow and how you put words together and all that shit. Saying that you said you're better rapper than Holla, okay. By the end of the day, you was boring. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you was boring. You had a few hits. I'm not gonna lie, you had a few punches. But he was boring to me. I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, whoa, like I almost wanted to skip it, but I couldn't because obviously this is an important battle. So you have to watch it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to watch it again as well, a few times, to really come out of another, you know what I'm saying, opinion about what happened. But to me, one, you ain't the biggest artist in the world. Don't act like. I mean, I appreciate you as an MC. I appreciate you doing your own thing. You know, you have got the money from the TV. You have had the single back in the day when I was in school. I mean, you did have that shit. No one could. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, no one could take that shit away from you. Even that fucking Brad done that tune. What's that there? Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Like, even the Brad who done that shit. Even if, like, you've done something in the industry, innit? So no one could take that shit away from you. You know, no matter what people say, innit? You've done that shit. You've done the TV shit. You performed. You performed with the likes of Eminem and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing big things. And I respect that. But let's not get twisted. You ain't like some big mainstream star. Like, you're doing so much of a, you know, you got so much things going on, I'm just going out of my way to do this for you. No, you ain't like that. This ain't like, even if, this ain't a 50 Cent, this ain't even a fucking modern day people like J. Cole and fucking Drake and Kendrick Lamar and all. You ain't on that level. You ain't on the level of like legends. You know what I'm saying? You're on the level of one bruh who had a hit 10 years ago, and right now, the only thing he's getting any notoriety for, any exposure for, is because him and a few other people that never popped off as single artists has come together and they are under Eminem. That's the only reason Joe Budden is relevant. Don't get that shit twisted. And the same thing, I'm not even taking away. Crocodile is the same thing. Like, Crocodile is way better than Joe Budden at spitting. I like Crocodile from fucking, he wasn't even on Death Row, but he was affiliated with Death Row. So I like Crocodile from then. I remember when I think I first heard Crocodile when I fucking got that Machiavelli New Mix Classics and shit. When he was on Gangsta's Party. I don't know if that was the first time. I remember hearing him on that. I remember back in the day, like, I think he was like, when he was like, he was affiliated with like J.O. Felony, and you know what I'm saying, like people like that. And like, yo, I've listened to Crocodile from them from the time he had beef with Snoop and all them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I rate Crocodile, but don't get twisted. It's the same way for all of those Total Slaughter people. You are not popping and relevant as single artists, so don't get twisted and think, oh, you're this big mainstream star coming to support and try and give a little bit of light to the battle world. Because you are mainstream artists, but at the end of the day, don't go and think that you're bigger and that because that's what Joe Budden was getting. That's the sort of thing he was coming across with. That he was bigger than battle rap. Like, not bigger than battle rap, because I don't think he would ever say that. So that's an over exaggeration. But what I'm saying is, he clearly thought like, oh, he's not gonna win anything by beating Hollow. Motherfucker, you ain't even got the respect on. You want the respect on this sort of level. That's why you're doing it. You feel you're as talented and skilled as you are, so you feel like, I'm gonna go out my way and battle this bruh and let him know, let everyone know, yo, don't fuck with Joe when it comes to rapping. And you got played because you was boring. I don't care. You got bars, but you were boring. You know what I'm saying? You had some bars. Don't get twisted. It's not like you was like super lyrical or whatever. You know, if you want to talk about, oh, when it comes to rapping and lyrical, like, mother, there's bare people that's better than you lyrically. B Magic is better than you punch for punch. He'll punch your lights out. You know what I'm saying? Chilla Jones will scheme you to death. Charlie Clip's got it all round. He'll just kill you. Fucking Loaded Lux will come with that lyrical shit. And you can't handle Hollow, just beat your ass. You act like a fucking diva, putting down the mic. Well, if y'all boo, I'm not gonna carry on rapping. Like, that just lets everyone know you really think you're bigger than this shit. Ain't no one above getting booed. So you think, okay, then what? If they boo you, then fuck it, I don't need this shit. I don't need to be here. I'm bigger than this. Fuck it. You booing me, I won't rap. Like, that shows you ain't. If you say you're doing this for the love of the culture and this and that, you will understand. It's like, do you know what that's like? Do you know what that's like? That's like Cannabis pulling out the notepad. That your one was even worse, because Cannabis doing that shit, he didn't disrespect the culture. He disrespected himself as an MC. That's what he did. But you putting down the mic, you're saying to these people that, yo, I ain't even gonna rap for you. You booing me, letting me know that I'm shit. You saying that you don't like me doesn't mean shit because you ain't shit, and I don't even have to rap for you, so I'm putting down the mic. This shit ain't nothing for me. I don't care about battling. I don't need to rap for you. You paid to get in to see me. I'll leave it right here. Fuck it. I don't care about this shit. That's what you said when you put down the microphone. Cannabis, at least Cannabis never did that shit. He didn't even want to give up, even though he couldn't remember what's going on in his head. You remember what's going on in your head, but because people weren't fucking with it, you decide to fucking have a little bitch fit, put down the microphone, and that's why you lost. It don't matter if you had the best fucking bars and punches and haymakers and schemes. From time you put down the microphone, you're saying you're bigger than this shit, and if they're booing you, you ain't gonna carry on. What kind of bullshit is that? Everyone gets booed. Lux got booed in the same damn event as you. Got booed like that. Everyone's got booed before, man. You trying to act like you're bigger than this shit. Man, fuck, that's what I'm saying. It's not even like you're 50 Cent, or even a Lil Wayne, or a Jay, or a Nas, or anyone. You ain't none of that. Come on, man. There's people with less relevancy than you, and less skill than you, and been out less time than you. So come on, don't act like you're some big fucking star. That's what I'm saying. Despite all that, I do rate that you got that. Let me stop talking like he's actually gonna watch this shit. He ain't gonna watch it. Despite all that, I rate that he got into the damn ring. You know what I'm saying? I do rate that. By the end of the day, I was disappointed because I should have known better. Like, I was getting hyped up. Like, the way people was talking, like, oh yeah, Joe Budden's got bars. He's a lyricist. Fuck that, pump it up. He's got bars. He's a lyricist. Shut the fuck up. Now I saw that shit. I thought, you know what? I should have known. There's artists. When I see artists, I know if they can pull certain shit off. And I let people fool me into believing that he could have pulled this shit off. But he just let himself down because he didn't perform. He didn't perform like he was supposed to perform. Neither did Hollow, but Hollow didn't lose anything from this battle. Joe lost because he literally lost the battle, and he wasn't good. He wasn't great. Like, at least if you're a mainstream artist and you're a rapper, you know what I'm saying? You wanna get that shit out. Like, yo, I'm a mainstream artist, but yo, I got bars. None of you can fuck me when it comes to this writing shit and this rapping shit. I'll kill all of you. You know what I'm saying? Whether this is music, whether it's just straight. In fact, the fact that you claim to be such a great MC, it should have been easier. It should have been easier for you to do. All we're asking for is fucking bars. That's it. When you making a song, in a lot of ways, is harder than battling, because when you need to. Like Hollow said, you know, there's more limitations what you can do when you're on the beat, especially if you're trying to make a song. You need to make a hook. You need to do this. You can't talk about. You have to say this in the song. We have to say that in the song. Like, when it comes, we're just asking for bars, and you claim to be an MC and one of the best in the world. Man, fuck out of here. Hollow beat your ass, and he wasn't even at his peak. So saying that, we're gonna need someone else from Slaughterhouse to step up, let's just say a more well-prepared artist. I want to see Crocodile getting that shit. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, because he's got more of a charisma, he's got more of a performance, he's got more of an aggression, he's got more of a street background too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe's too mellow and too soft, man. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is, isn't it? He's too mellow and too soft, and even if you hear him talk, he thinks that he's bigger than he is. Like, when Hollow will say something about it, he's like, oh, well, I fuck bare bitches. And who cares about that? Joe Budden, understand, you get as much women as you do because you're Joe Budden, innit? End of the day, and this is coming from a bro who gets bare girls, innit? And this is coming from me. Like, come on, man. Trust me. Like, if I was on your level, not just you, all these fucking celebrities and shit. If I was on you lot level in terms of fame and shit, you couldn't even fuck with me if it comes to getting women. But that don't even mean nothing. You get someone who's fucking 5 foot, fucking fat, ugly and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if he's got more skill than you, he's got more skill than you. End of the day, that's it. Hollow beat your ass. I'm talking to him like he's watching this shit again. Hollow beat Budden. Fuck this shit. No, but on the real though, he got killed. He acted like a bitch. But big up to him for even getting into the ring. Hopefully more artists do. Big up to all that Total Slaughter, all that shit. As I said in the last one and this one. But anyway, I'm going to stop now, because this ain't even like a recap or a review. It's turned into a rant. Both of these motherfuckers, I'm getting emotional and shit. I'm just watching it. But anyway, I'm leaving it, man. Bless up.